morning to you. Thanks for staying with us on Morning Barbados. We are ready to continue now. It's a special time. If you want to know about safe investment, this is definitely a segment not for you to miss. So, stay glued. We have two gentlemen with us. They're with Royal Fidelity. Closer to me, we have Charles Chambers. He's the Managing Director of Royal Fidelity. And we also have Michael Anderson, the President with Royal Fidelity. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
So, Tigers time. That's what we're talking this morning. And if you pay close attention to Morning Barbados, you know we get a visit ever so often. So this is definitely a time when people are looking for safe investment, and Tigers is the way to go. So give us the overview.
Absolutely. I guess we bring this product to the market just about twice a year. So it's Tigers time again. We've had 3 of them in Barbados thus far, and we're very pleased to report that the performance of these 3 have been sort of astounding within the context of available investments within Barbados. But notwithstanding that, one of the key features of this product is the principal protection, which I think everybody sort of knows about. We've sort of amended the product a little bit this time to include a feature which gives a return of 2%. So instead of having 100% principal protection, all we give is 110% principal protection over the course of the investment. So the investment is a 5-year investment. You put in $100, let's say, at the end of 5 years, your principal that you're going to get back is $110 plus 65% of the upside in the international securities that we invest in.
Wow.
And one of the key things about this is what you are investing in, isn't it? So let's talk about that a little bit.
Right. So this Tigers is actually linked to agribusiness and energy. And what we do is we sit back and follow trends, global trends. So these are not hot stocks, so to speak. These are what we see as from a global perspective, what's taking place in the world, and saying, let's choose something which we believe over the next 5 years is going to benefit from the trends in the market. Agribusiness is all about those companies involved in supplying equipment, fertilizer, anything that actually participates in the agricultural business. It's not actually the corn and the pigs and the beef and so on. It's actually the companies participating. And energy is about those companies in the energy industry. So companies like ExxonMobil, so big companies that people know about that will benefit from a change in energy. So as you look around the world today and you see shortage of food, shortage of energy, you've got crisis in the Middle East and so on that actually influence energy prices. You've got changes in the global dynamics, say in China and India, where people are starting to eat different foods and so on that are driving demand for certain product. So certain food products already started to go higher, and companies that are involved in those industries will actually see their share prices go higher as well. And that's really what the Tigers is based on this time.
Mr. Anderson, I want to ask you about the micro level, because your performance, according to Mr. Chambers, has been pretty phenomenal in the last tranche of Tigers. But what does that response say about Barbadians' feeling, how they feel about the investment landscape that they're operating within, and their courage about jumping into a landscape in the face of what we're hearing might be a double-dip recession?
Well, really, this product is designed for the Barbadian market, and this, at the time, to be honest, in terms of international investments, where people have lost money, and people lost money in the local investments. So the idea of principal security, where you'll get your money back, plus you'll get 2%, a minimum return of 2% per year, plus you get an opportunity to participate in markets that you wouldn't maybe normally feel comfortable getting involved in. So we give you that chance of actually being able to take a bet or to make an investment into those markets, which takes you outside the Barbados market, where maybe things aren't growing as fast and so on, but where there's opportunities from a global perspective that you might not otherwise be able to get involved in. So here's Tigers being brought to the Barbadian people. In fact, we do this up in the Bahamas as well. We have other operations. And it gives people a chance to participate where they would not otherwise be able to, in a secure investment.
Okay, well, we want all those specifics in terms of how to contact you, because I'm sure there are people who are ready to grab hold of this chance. But maybe you can also use this opportunity to say why it's so important to diversify your investment portfolio.
Yeah, diversification is obviously critical, and as we've structured the Tigers in the past, it's been a key consideration for us. So the first one, we offered various international indices. The second one, we brought commodities. The third one was a focus on the emerging markets. And we spend a tremendous amount of time looking at, like Mike said, where the global opportunity is. And I think that's really why we've been successful thus far. There is concentration from an investor perspective in Barbados. So, you know, limited opportunities for investment. You're sort of constrained to investing in local equities or into local fixed income securities. And what this does is it gives you the benefit and safety of investing in the fixed income space, because your principal is protected by Government of Barbados securities, while still getting the exposure to international markets and the diversification that obviously is critical for any portfolio.
It seems, you know, that you've added an extra level of, I suppose, peace of mindness to the customer, because now not only are you getting back your principal, you're getting some interest, which is probably equivalent to, or maybe even better than the bank, and you have the chance of getting as high as 65%. Two things: what sort of returns have we got in the previous Tigers, and why that extra level of peace of mind?
Well, the three Tigers before, from an annualized perspective, the underlying securities that we've invested in have a return of, I think,